Hopefully you can hear us in amongst all the clatter here. It is very rare. In fact, it's never been seen that Lindsay May is sitting at a table watching all of this happen. Lindsay, this must feel very odd.
It is pretty odd. I'm sort of coming to grips with it. It's taken a while. I've been a month now since I had surgery on my leg, skin cancers. Message to everybody, look after your skin, set your sun care, life on the beach, in the pool, on the water. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Well, normally I catch you down on the dock there. You've always got some really interesting insights. Tell us a little bit about For Love and War, which Paddy's standing in your very large shoes for. What's going to be key decision points for these guys?
Well, I think the first, not really decision point, but when this front comes through tomorrow morning, around about 7 a.m.
So this is the one, the westerly that's coming in from Bass Strait?
The sou'wester coming around the corner of Bass Strait. And they'll be well down. They'll be past Montague, sort of down near Eden, I think, because it's going to be a really fast night. But then that'll get them, about 8 hours or something on the nose, and they'll probably be tacking. Key thing is not to get in too far in close to the shore, but they're well aware of that, what to do. And then is to set yourself up. But you've got to reach across Bass Strait. And there's a lot of reel room there because the breeze is well into the west, and you'll be able to set yourself up. Now, I know that Roger Badham is suggesting the boats should be closer into the top end of Tassie, which we normally don't like doing, but he's talking about being on the rum line. Now, it's a matter of whether that's the fast boat, middle boat, slow boats, Love and War being a slow boat. And then there's another bit of a difficult situation off the Tassie coast during the 28th. Bubble, and it's sort of like you've got to think about it as a little pressure system, but the breeze goes around 360 degrees quickly and down pressure. It goes from about 22 knots down to 13, down to about 8. And we've seen that before. I spoke to Paddy this morning, and we saw that on Kealoha 2 years ago, and we were off there, and all of a sudden, the breeze came through. It came through at about 25 knots, and then we had nothing. And we just couldn't believe it and think it'll come, and it didn't.
Right.
We flopped.
So not even any bullets coming through. Is it a lee effect or not?
Well,
or
we talk about the lee effect. I think it's a combination of a trough, a pressure system. Not an anomaly, just a little tiny. As Roger Badham says all the time, you've got to picture these little tiny low or high pressure systems in the middle of these systems, and the wind rotates around it, whichever way it's high or low. So, and that'll get them down to Tasman Island, and then I think they'll be on the wind in a westerly with breeze in the afternoon, and I'm hoping they'll finish sometime on the night of the 29th. That'll be a fast race for Love and War.
Very good. So Paddy's presumably had his last Q&A with you. You can't do any further on the way down, yeah?
Well, I've had a short chat with Paddy. I did all the runs and I've printed them all out and marked places. But look, part of the problem is when you're a navigator these days, there's so much information, you can be completely overwhelmed.
Yes.
And everybody's got an opinion, and you've got 4 or 5 models or more that you can use over 3 or 4 or 5 different platforms. So you become a data analyst, really, and you've got to work out, what do I want to get rid of? So I didn't want to take too long of Paddy's time. I just reminded him to put the speedo heads down, which he hadn't. So the speedo heads are down. You don't want to get out somewhere and go, hang on, the log's not reading, what's going on? So I've passed on my checklist of today, all the things, because it's so easy to get caught up in all the hype and talking to people, which of course we love to do, that you can sometimes keep forget about it, and it's you just got to concentrate. So I get out of there and got up here for the first time in 52 years, I suppose, if we count COVID.
That's extraordinary. It's going to be hard for you to relax and enjoy this a bit, isn't it?
I think so. We're going to Hobart tomorrow night, because Tanya was booked, so I thought, the fare, I probably could have got to England and back on what it's cost me to book about a week ago to go to Hobart. Look, I don't know, years ago when I was on boats that didn't get to Hobart and I went to Hobart, I felt like I was an imposter, that I shouldn't be there. I feel a little bit different this time because, I didn't bail out, and so, we're all booked, all organised. I've got lots of friends in Tassie. It'll be wonderful to see them. We see them every year, and it's lovely. And one of my mates calls it the summer of the 17th doll. Ours is summer of the 51st doll sort of thing.
All right, well, we'll leave you to it. I hope you get to enjoy it. We'll see you down there and probably have a chat with you about how it's panned out in the end anyway.
Yeah, thanks, Crosbie, and congratulations on all your interviews here, there and everywhere. I love watching your interviews with people.
There you go. How's that for a plug? And I promise you I didn't write a cheque. Thanks so much, Lindy.
Get a letter from your mum as well.